I'm 16.
Okay.
But my boyfriend's in his 20s. I feel like that's enough there, like, already.
That's a no-go.
That's a no-go right there. And he doesn't want me to meet the family.
First of all, why are you with a 20-year-old? That's actually illegal. That's actually illegal.
Bada bing, bada boom. Hashtag I aim for the moon. Flashback, I zoom to the zoom and you're blocking the view. Can't see the elevation, can't see no innovation. Don't call me a fool. You see me on road, so they call me a
Welcome back to VSK Podcast. I am your host, Kenny Ken. And today I'm joined on my own again. Clemens is still taking a break, but we'll get him back on soon. Don't worry, he's coming. I see the YouTube comments, but like he's coming back soon. Anyway, we got a new guest today, and I'm excited. It's been a while. She probably thinks I'm a piss taker for how long I took with this. But anyway, we are joined with the beautiful Laura today. With the beautiful Laura. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How's your journey here?
It was fine, yeah, it was grand.
I see you had your girlfriends outside.
Yeah, it was nice, had a little bit of support. We just got some iced coffee, went for a little stroll. Yeah, haven't seen the girls in ages, so it was
fair enough. You probably think I'm an absolute piss taker for the amount of time that took.
I just like to be organised, so I just like to know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
so
no,
do you know what time yet? Do you know what time yet?
No, that's the thing with me. I'm actually extremely organised, but I don't know. Just be,
that.
You don't. I knew you'd say that. I actually am. Believe it or not, actually I'm very organised. But like, what has it been? Like three weeks?
Yeah.
4, probably a month.
Yeah, so many different things just kept happening, getting in the way. Yeah.
You're probably really busy yourself as well.
Yeah,
like.
I am. Like my exams are starting out next week, so.
Where do you go to? Maynooth as well. Okay. And you were talking about like our mutual friend Kelly.
Yeah.
You just have no courses together or anything.
No, she's done now, so she's just president. So but I just know her from everyone in Maynooth knows Kelly anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah. She's pretty bait out there. But yourself as well. Would you not be pretty bait on campus?
I don't know.
15,000 K on Instagram.
I don't know. I think I used to I feel like everyone that knew me in college is kind of gone from college now. See, I repeated as well in first year, so I feel like everyone else is like younger generations that are left. Like.
And what are you studying?
Science teaching.
Science teaching.
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
Science teaching influencer. What is that?
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Loads of people don't expect it. When they see my Instagram and then they hear I'm a teacher, they're like, what? How does that make sense?
Do you enjoy doing the...
So I picked my course I was in school 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I always wanted to be a teacher when I was younger. First I taught...
any type of teacher or...?
Yeah, first I kind of taught primary teaching.
Right, okay.
And then I did work experience in a primary school and didn't like it. I just can't have baby conversations every day. I just feel like it would rot my brain. No offense to primary teachers or play school teachers, but just being B. I just couldn't, my brain, I just can't. I need someone that's kind of similar level. I know secondary school kids aren't that much older, but at least you can have an adult conversation with them. Then it was just trying to decide what subject do I want to do. And then I heard that Maynooth have the course of science with education, so you're kind of doing teaching as you go along through your course. So I've already had 2 school placements this year and last year. So instead of doing an arts course and then going on to do teaching masters after, you're kind of doing it as you go along. So I like that. And then with the whole Instagram thing, I didn't really when I first started doing Instagram, I kind of just fell into it, and I didn't really think that you could make money off. And it's only in the last few years that
so you're making cash.
You can start making. Yeah, I realised you can. So I'm trying to balance the two, because I kind of just thought, okay, once I start going on placement, I'll just stop the whole Instagram thing. And then I was like, but I'm making money off it, so I don't want to stop it. I want to try and balance the two. And it's hard because people often say oh well, you obviously have to put your page on private now. You're going into school. What the students find you and stuff. But I've nothing to hide. Teachers have a life outside of school. So what? I post bikini pictures. Teachers go to the beach and wear bikinis. It's not it doesn't affect my teaching in any way. So that's just kind of what I say to people. And so far, I haven't gotten in trouble for it. So
fair. What actually you seem very confident. Yeah. So what kind of got you into it? Because a lot of girls would be very shy.
I feel like I just kind of fell into it. I remember I came to college, and my friend Emma that actually dropped me up today, I met her, she's from Dundalk, so I met her when I first started college, and I remember her being how do you have so many followers? I think I probably had 2,000 or 3,000 when I first started college, but that was a lot back then, and a lot of people going to college would still have in the hundreds or maybe 1,000 followers. And she was like, and I was like, is it a lot? I didn't even notice. And then obviously with college you meet so many more people, so that's the loads. Then you've all your college friends following you, and then you're going out. And then I feel just because we were out all the time in first year, out 3 nights a week, so that's 3 nights a week I'm getting done up and taking pictures and posting them and tagging outfits, and then I start tagging tan brands and stuff like that. And then I feel once one brand wants to work with you, it just kind of domino effect.
Who's your favourite brand? You probably don't want to say.
I worked with Boohoo for like 2 years as a student ambassador, and that was unreal. Like that was like the most beneficial to me. I didn't make money, I wasn't paid from it, but the amount of clothes I was getting every month was worth thousands.
And from there, you probably got loads more connections.
And then from there, exactly.
No, because I always see there's a lot of like female, a lot of my female friends, like want to get into that and stuff like that, and they're always kind of like just afraid of judgment, being judged, and stuff like that. But
you
I'm like,
have to kind of just not give a fuck what people think, and I just feel like I have that attitude. Am I allowed to curse on this?
Yeah, you do. You do. Honestly, you're fine.
I've such a like don't give a fuck what people think about me at all. Never have. So I just post what I want, do what I want, and
fair enough.
Yeah, I feel like you have to kind of have that thick skin for.
You do, like, for anything. Like if you want to put yourself online, you have to be prepared to get toasted sometimes.
Yeah, like exactly.
Honestly. Sorry, I just have a question. I always ask like my influencer friends. Like, would you ever go into OnlyFans?
OnlyFans? No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. I think maybe I'll never say never, because just I think the way it's becoming so common in terms of like people are making OnlyFans and literally just posting what they already post on Instagram.
True, and getting money from it.
And like just look at like all the big people in America and stuff that have them, and like they're not posting explicit content. It's literally just a fan base. It's just another forum for your fans. So like I think if I was to get absolutely huge, like if I was to blow up tomorrow and be like worldwide famous, then obviously it's a profitable thing to do. But at this point, with like the follower count I have and like the career I'm going into and stuff, no, we don't think so. And I think the main thing for me is family seeing it. Like I just, it's not going to only affect my life, it's going to affect like younger siblings that might see stuff, or things like that.
Oh, you have siblings as well, do you?
Yeah.
Are they into the whole Instagram thing and stuff? No,
none of my siblings are. My younger sister, she's just a year younger than me, and she's a complete opposite, like so quiet, like
reserved and stuff.
Barely even uses Instagram. Do you
have any brothers?
A stepbrother,
okay.
And he's still in school, so
what do your parents say about the whole Instagram thing?
My mom is so like go for it. Like she's just like do whatever you want, like she'll just support me whatever I do, really. My dad, I don't really talk to my dad about it that much, so he doesn't really have much like input in what I do, so that's that.
What about being in like the public eye? Is that like, does that get enough? Does that get too much for you?
I wouldn't say. I don't really think about it that much. I posted a TikTok the other day.
Do you just cancel everyone out when you're posting stuff?
I feel like,
that is just a way to go. Like,
I don't really think about anything like. I suppose the only thing I would think about is with teaching, like, so that's the only time I would think like, okay, wait, if a student was to see this, like, would this be really bad? I don't care about if a student sees me in like an outfit that's a bit risque or anything like that. I don't care about, because I don't think that should have any effect on like what someone thinks of me as a teacher. But in terms of like if I said something that might be taken up as, I don't know, really offensive, that I wouldn't want a student to think is like gospel, because students kind of idolize their teachers sometimes, and like if I have like some mad opinion, like, so that's the only time I would kind of think of like, wait, is that something appropriate that a student could hear or whatever. But other than that, I don't really think about what the public thinks of me or anything like that, or the attention that I get. I think I had a TikTok that blew up the other day. It was like about the new Leap Card app.
Was that you mostly? You're like waiting for the I saw that actually.
I was like manifesting it with my crystals, and then TikTok or Apple app came out for the Leap Card, because it used to only be on Android. And I posted a TikTok about it, and it kind of blew up, and there was loads of like younger generation commenting on it, and they were like, okay, but why is she using a child Leap Card when she looks like that and all? And I was like, it's not a child Leap Card. First of all, it's a student one. I would not get away with a child Leap Card. And then I was like, do I actually look that old? Like, that was the only time that I've got like mad comments on stuff. And then I wasn't even defending myself. There was like other people jumping on to defend me, being like, hey, that's a student Leap Card, by the way, it's not a child one. And I was like, thanks for defending me.
You don't even respond to it?
No.
Okay. What about your comments in general? Do you respond to them or?
Not really. Like obviously on Instagram, like when there's other girls supporting me or whatever, we'd come back on each other. You kind of have those girls that you always just comment on each other, hype each other up. But other than that, I wouldn't pay attention. And I don't really get that much like negative comments or anything. I think like once someone commented like congrats on the pregnancy because I had like a food baby. A man commented on one of my posts. But I was wearing a dress and you could just see a slight bump, like and I just got really pissed off with that, because I was like, you don't know what someone like is like. Obviously I wasn't pregnant, but like somebody could have lost a baby, somebody could be trying for a baby, and a comment like that could really like trigger somebody. So I was like, you could never comment on like a woman's reproductive health like that, like, and just assume something. So that was kind of hurtful, not for me, but thinking of like if somebody else was in a position where that would hurt them, like that was the only kind of thing that stands out to me. I had a DM before saying something about like all my pages is just like men are trash and I'll sell my soul for any Instagram deal. That was like that's the only DM I can remember, and the pregnancy thing is the only comment I can remember.
Speaking of DMs, do you get many guys in your DMs?
Not anymore, no.
Why? What do you mean? So before and
I think before, and I think it's because before I used to just post my outfit pics and stuff like that and not really talk on my stories that much. And I think since I started to share my personality more and talk on my stories, I don't know if they're intimidated or if they're just put off me and they just don't like a girl that talks about stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I lose male followers every time I speak on my story.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I just feel like it's like they don't want someone with an opinion on things.
True, yeah. A lot of guys just want the one to be there.
That
like.
sits there and looks pretty and posts the outfit pics, but don't come on and talk about something important.
Fair,
yeah.
So like before, like what were you getting in your DMs like? Did you ever kind of?
I get weird, like really forward stuff
Selfie
sometimes.
pics and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like
sugar
that.
daddies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Message request is a weird place sometimes.
Is it like full?
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, it's mainly like people that like are on either fake pages or people in different countries that like I've no mutuals with. Like it's rarely someone from my actual area. Like.
Or else maybe someone from like Dublin, like be like, hey, you look cute or something.
Yeah, the odd.
Would you respond to that?
No.
I
haven't responded to a DM in ages.
Damn.
I feel like I'm so hard to get a hold of if someone was trying to DM me.
To get you. Would you, if someone did come with like a really good like pickup line or something?
I don't know. I feel like it depends what their profile was like. If someone's page is on private, no, I'm not applying.
Yeah, you don't know anything about
If I can see their profile and they look kind of decent, maybe. But
so what would you prefer, like being approached on the street or through the DMs?
I think I don't know. It depends how you're approaching in the street as well.
Fair.
Like I always used to say, I'd love to meet somebody like in the library in college or something like natural like that. But then when I actually think about it, imagine I'm just studying away and someone comes over and is like hovering over me, be like, hi, like, can I have your number? So I'm kind of like, the fuck? So I don't know. I feel like I have these dream scenarios in my head, but if they were actually acted out in person, I'd be like, what if
if it was really smooth, like, okay, I'll set the scene, right? You're doing like assignments or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, the guy, he spotted you, right? So he's walked by you a few times, you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, hey, excuse me, you look really cute.
Okay, that's nice.
You know, you only get coffee sometimes?
That's kind of nice, yeah. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. I just how I thought, like, I can't do DMs.
Yeah.
I'm texting, oh my, I'm so bad
I'm such
at
a bad texter as well. I'm so bad at replying to people in general, like even my friends and stuff, yeah.
I saw something online and it was like, hold on, I'll read it out to you.
Yeah.
It was like, girls only like pictures of other girls they don't see as competition. What do you think?
False.
False? Completely false?
Yeah, definitely false.
Is that from your own perspective or like...
Yeah, definitely from my perspective. And I think most girls would like, I don't know.
I've seen girls do it, like...
Really?
Yeah. Like they'd only, on an ugly girl's picture or whatever, or...
They'd like, or hype it up, but not if it's like someone that's they think is like attractive or like better looking than them.
Yeah.
No, because I think it's like inspiration. Well, for me anyway, like if I saw a girl that I was like, oh my god, she's gorgeous, I'm following her, I'm liking her stuff, I'm commenting on it because I'm like, that's like kind of inspo for like... For
you?
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh my god, her outfit's banging, I'm gonna like try like find something like that or whatever, and I'd like it and appreciate it. Instead of just kind of judging it and being like, yeah, she looks hot, but fuck her, I'm not gonna give her the like. Like, that's so petty.
It is. But
so
like, I see it being done.
Maybe some people that are like a bit more like insecure. I don't know if it's an insecurity thing or just a jealousy thing.
I say it's a jealousy thing. You don't want someone to pass you out or something like that.
Yeah, true.
That's how I'd see it. Like.
Yeah.
And do you have any? Are you in a relationship right now or?
Not in a relationship. Situationship? Maybe you could call it a situationship if even. I'm definitely not in a relationship because I'm actually moving to Spain for the summer.
Wow. Okay.
At the end of this month. Yeah, I'm definitely going for June and July, and then I'll kind of see about August. I'll probably come home in August because I still have to do final year college in September. Yeah. But yeah, it was basically just like, am I going to keep renting in Maynooth for the summer or for the same price rent an apartment in Spain and be in the sun?
True,
and things are like starting to open up over there much more than here, so I was just kind of like, fuck it, I'll just go by myself.
To London, like.
Really? Yeah.
Few of us,
I think everyone's just mad to get out of here.
Yeah, and I think there's better opportunities out there.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's the main reason why I'm not like in anything serious right now, because I'm going to be gone for like 2 months.
Say you weren't gone, would you take it more serious then, or?
Maybe, yeah.
So like, is he a good guy?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's treating you right, you know. Wow, okay.
I don't know, situationships are confusing, like.
I don't believe in them.
Really?
Yeah, I'm either in one or out.
Yeah, I think I'm scarred from my last relationship that I'm just like not looking for anything like that.
Bad breakup?
Oh, very bad. Guards involved, restraining order.
What?
Yeah, I won't go into detail, but
Damn,
yeah.
why are you gonna drop something like that and not say anything?
So now I'm kind of like, oh God, I don't know if I want anything for a long time. I just feel like I have a lot of like healing to do from the last relationship. That like if I was to go into anything serious now, it would be unfair of the person I'd be entering a relationship with. Them, because I have so much issues now from the last one. That, yeah, I feel like a lot of people jump from relationship to relationship,
and they're not healing.
And like the best thing that happened to me was lockdown number 1, because I broke up with that ex just before lockdown. Well, we were kind of on and off for a while, but it ended for good, like just before the very first lockdown. And then I was just forced to be by myself. There was no going out, getting with people, trying to jump into something else. Like it was literally just, I'm forced to be by myself. And it was the best thing ever. And that's what I would say to like all my friends that are like going through breakups or anything. I'm like, please just be by yourself for a while.
Tough,
like focus on what you want. Yeah.
I remember I did that as well. Like it wasn't a bad breakup, but like I'm just so used to being around people, and I love just meeting new people. So I just took that whole month and just went hiking and stuff like that on my own. It was just
focus on yourself.
Yeah, it was so good. Like I just head refreshing, just completely cleared.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about bad breakups, but I can't even now. Like, cause that sounds a bit.
It's a bit deep.
Yeah. Like, that sounds a bit
deep. I know, it was just one of those. It was like a typical toxic relationship, but then it just like went up a level. Like. Yeah, everything just escalated so much.
What do you feel? I feel like the bar is really low for guys.
Very low. Like the bare minimum, like, and it's like, oh my God, he's so good, he's simping, and it's like that's a bare minimum respect. Like
I'd pay for like my friend's meal or something, they'd feel the type of way.
Yeah, like, oh, he's such a gentleman, and it's like,
it's €10 McDonald's.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that kind of thing has to be taught, like.
Yeah.
From like, cause that's the kind of thing. Like, think about how your dad treats you, like, you know. Goodness. But like you're not like a parent, you know. Yeah. Like if the parent is doing that, like that's the bare minimum, and then someone that you're trying to see romantically has to be doing something.
Maybe that's why my standards are so low. There was never any bar set for me.
Damn. Okay, so what's your ideal date like? Hold on, what has been your dates like? What do you do on your?
I haven't been on many dates, to be honest. No. I don't know. I feel like because the longest time now that I've been single has been since lockdown till now, and like obviously we can't really do much. Like,
say pre-relationship.
Pre-relationship, it was kind of just going out and meeting people out. Kind of, I never really went on dates that much. My ideal date is like doing something, like an activity.
Like, you look like a hiker, would you?
Yeah, hike or I don't know if things were open properly, like. I don't know, picnic or go karting or like a fun fair or something, or go rollerblading or something like that. Something where you're like breaking the ice.
Yeah, I can't do the dinner thing.
Yeah. Sitting across from someone for that long. Like it's okay, but I just think there's more fun ways. That's nice when you're in the relationship and you like can have deep conversations, but you're not going to really be doing that on the first day.
No.
Yeah.
Damn. I can't even ask you the other thing there. So
what's the other thing? Just
no, because you were like, I was going to say like how your dad treats you to... how you're okay.
Zero contact.
Zero. Did you see the Billie Eilish on Vogue?
Yeah, I just seen a few pictures of it. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think she looks good.
I think she looks good too.
I think there's a lot of people talking about it because she kind of hid her body for so long.
I think that's the right way to go about it.
Yeah. What? Hiding your body?
No. No, but like you know, like. There's a lot of artists who have gotten big because they were sexualized, like, you know. So like
she waited and blew up, and then it's kind of like body reveal.
Yeah, I think the first time someone saw was like the wind blew her shirt back. Yeah. And someone's like, damn, she got yitties, like, you know.
Yeah.
So, but like the whole Vogue thing, I feel like her career wasn't built on like
her body image.
Like you know, like Kim Kardashian or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Which is cool, like.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good point from it. But I feel like she's kind of getting a bit of hate from it now.
She is.
Like they're like, oh, now you're going to sexualize yourself. Kind of when you said all along you were never going to do that, and it's kind of like, well, people can change their mind. So.
But I feel like she was just waiting to be old enough, like, because she was like 16 when she was big, like, and a lot of people were still like sexualizing her, and she had hoodies on and stuff. Yeah. Which was crazy.
Yeah, it's mad.
I feel like that's probably how I'm going to go about raising my kids, though.
What?
Like, After 18, you can wear what you want.
And before that, they can't. Really?
Yeah. They have to be, because no, it's not even because I don't like trust them but I don't trust men.
Oh yeah, well that's fair.
Or like not even like all men, but like I don't trust certain guys,
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of weirdos out there.
A lot of weirdos, exactly. Yeah. So
but it shouldn't be down to like what the girl wears, really.
No, it shouldn't. But like I'd like to protect her.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
That's the only way I see fit. Like unless you want me to walk around with her.
With her all the time, bodyguard.
Hold her hand, But let's break it up a little bit. I have a few dilemmas for you, right?
Okay.
I want to see your point of view.
Okay, cool.
I
love these.
So I got this girl, and I like her, but I feel like I'm always spending a lot of money on her when we hang out. What should I do about that?
Well, I think it should be 50-50.
You think?
Yeah. I think it should be 50-50 in a way of like, okay, I'll get this so you get it next time. Not splitting it 50. I think that's awkward. If you're like in a restaurant and you're like, okay, divide that by 2. That's so weird. Like, that's so like, you're making it so technical and not romantic by doing that. But I think it should be a kind of a like, okay, you got it last time, I'll get it this time type thing, like in a casual way. I don't think anyone should feel like they're spending more. Like if the guy's doing it and he's happy, but if he's saying like, oh no, it's a problem like that, I'm spending money on her all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, like I'm a big romantic, so like I'd constantly be spending. But if let's say I was broke, and I wouldn't be ashamed to be like, I have no money this week.
I can't get it this week.
I just can't get it. Yeah. I feel like he just needs to communicate.
Yeah, I think it is lack of communication. But how do you say it to a girl without sounding real scabby? Like,
true. Yeah.
You never pay for anything.
Yeah, no, like okay, for me, how I would say is like.
But if I was the girl, I'd rather know.
Yeah, true.
Like, I'd rather a boy come to me and say, like, here, like, I don't know what way I'd expect him to say it in a nice way that I wouldn't be offended for a few seconds, but I would rather know at the end of the day. Right. And then I'd be so embarrassed that then I'd be going out my way to, like, pay everything. Yeah,
but some girls think you're broke if you said that, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, I'll own it. I'll be like, okay, fine, I am broke this week. Okay, whatever. But some other guys would be insecure and be like...
Well, then I think it comes down to how much they actually like you or how much they like you for your money. Like, if they actually like you, they're going to be like, I don't give a fuck if you can't pay for anything, that's grand. I'll get it. But if they are with you for ulterior motives, then they're probably going to be like, oh my god, you can't pay for anything, what?
Fair enough. Alright, next one. Oh damn, Clement, where do you find these things? I'm 16.
Okay.
But my boyfriend's in his 20s. I feel like that's enough there, like, already.
That's a no-go.
That's a no-go right there. And he doesn't want me to meet the family.
First of all, why are you with a 20-year-old? That's actually illegal. That's actually illegal, full stop. So I get why he doesn't want him to meet their family, because they're going to be like, you're a predator.
Oh my goodness. And that happens a lot though, like.
What?
Guys go for like younger girls and they be in relationships with them.
Yeah, I just think that's weird. I get so put off, and I'm 23 next week, and I get so put off if a guy like more than like 2-3 years older than me approaches me, and I'm a fully grown adult, because in my head I'm just like, well, what's wrong with you that you can't get a girl your own age, that you have to go to my age group? Do you get me? And then it just makes me get creepy weirdo vibes off them straight away.
So hold on, what would be the oldest you go for, like 25?
Yeah, about 25, 26 probably. Most guys I go for are younger than me.
Really?
Yeah.
So the current dude now, he's
only a month younger than me.
Is he a month? Okay. Fair enough,
But around my age are usually like a year younger than me.
Yeah, I don't know what these guys. You're basically grooming.
Yeah.
They're like,
that is literally grooming.
It is.
That's like 4-year age gap, and the girl is still a child if she's 16. So yeah.
Oh, I don't even know. I feel like you should.
My advice to that girl would be get out of that relationship.
Yeah, leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it.
I heard this before. I don't know if it was another podcast or a YouTube video. If a guy says, "Oh, you're so mature for your age," run.
Red flag.
He's a predator. That's code for I'm a predator.
Yeah. Or you're not like those other younger girls, you know. Oh my days. All right, next one. I'm trying to date this girl. It's like the last one, actually. I'm trying to date this girl, but I don't have money like that.
Okay.
So I think what he's saying is like, oh, he doesn't know if he can date the girl because he doesn't have.
Okay, well, there's loads of free things you can do. Go for a walk. Go for a hike.
But some girls will be expecting a lot.
Buy her a coffee. That doesn't cost much. Okay, if you don't have €2, then there might be a problem.
This is true.
Ask your mom, can you borrow €2?
Only enough for the Lewis.
But I don't think that should be an issue. I think once you communicate it so that like nobody's expecting something extravagant, then what is the problem? And like I said with the last one, like if she has a problem with it, then do you want to be with a girl that has a problem with like you being broke? Because you could even enter something with so much money and you don't know you're going to lose your job tomorrow and end up in a broke situation. Yeah. So if your girl isn't with you, whether you're broke or loaded, then like what's the point? Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm guessing, because my age demographic on the podcast is like 16 to 25.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing these are around that same age.
Okay,
I feel like if you're at that age, money's not even a big issue. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like what are you settling for? Kids and a family? Like,
you're literally living at home still.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, rethink your choices there, because it's not that deep. Like, I don't know.
You don't have to be going on big extravagant dates all the time.
Yeah, true. Like, and if she does, then you kind of, you know, if she's the kind of girl that does,
expecting that,
then like she's just not for you. Then maybe, you know, get your P's up then.
Get a job.
Get a job. Yeah. All right, last one. I'm struggling to get over a guy I never dated.
Oh no.
I feel like a lot of girls go through that.
Yeah, I think that is a big issue.
It is.
Because there's so much talking stages and all this shite now, like that, like sometimes you're like basically nearly in a relationship with somebody without actually being in a relationship, and then you never actually break up, but it still hurts when you stop talking because you kind of had you saw potential and then it just never happened.
I've actually never been in like a talking stage or situation.
Really?
Never. I'm a safe guy.
Oh.
Like I go down the front room. I talk about this in the podcast the whole time.
Yeah.
But I actually wouldn't date a girl until like I know her for a good year or so. Yeah. Like I'd have to be already be friends with her before I even like went there. Do you get me? But she wouldn't know that. Okay, so let's say I met you on the street somewhere, and I'm like, hey, like, you look cute. Do you want to go for coffee sometime? Yeah.
So a year from the day we go for coffee.
Yeah, no, I think she's like, I'm out, not interested. No, but like, the way I'm approaching you is as a friend. You wouldn't even think that I'm like trying to make.
But what if the girl really likes you from the start and she's just waiting every day? When's he gonna ask me to be his girlfriend? But
you'd make it as if you're not trying to date her. So like,
okay, then what if she meets somebody else? When you are just friends, somebody else slides into her DMs and then you've lost her because you've waited a year.
She's not the one then.
Yeah, true. I just think some girls are not that patient.
Very true, yeah. But like,
I'm just kind of like, if someone doesn't know from the minute they see me, but like from pretty early on that they want to be with me, then I don't want to be with them. Like, I shouldn't have to grow on you, like, or you shouldn't have to kind of like, do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I hear what
it shouldn't
you're
take
saying,
that much consideration to know whether you want to be with me or not. It's kind of like,
it's not even that.
You're just playing it really safe.
No, not even that. No, it's like, you know, like a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
They go into, let's say you talking stage and then you go into like dating. If you actually like ask them, right? I feel like you can know a lot about someone.
Yeah.
Just being friends with them.
Yeah.
And then like on a proper deeper level. And then you can find out if like they smoke or they do certain things or they have characteristics you don't like.
Yeah.
By just being friends with them.
Yeah.
But like I feel like if there's an intention of dating them and you're trying
people
to find
kind of
those
put
things.
Up front.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Because they know like the way it's going. Yeah.
But like I completely take that out.
Yeah, I think some people do kind of mold themselves into what they think the guy likes or what the girl likes or whatever, because that's their their scene end goal is relationship or whatever.
And when you're friends with them, there's
you're
only so long.
Yourself.
Yeah, and there's only so long you can put up a mask for until it starts to slip, and you're like, okay, that's the real.
I get that.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I go about
it. But a year is very long. Very long. Because then imagine you start going out with her after a year. Yeah. You're like, okay, I know now for definite. Like, I know everything better, blah, blah, blah. Going to ask her to be my girlfriend. And then, like, you could have been going out a year before that. Do you get what I mean?
No, I hear what you're saying, but I think...
It's nearly like a wasted year. That you could have had, like, amazing memories as boyfriend and girlfriend. That you didn't because you were too chicken to like to commit early on.
No, it's not even that I'm too chicken. It's literally, it's like, it's safe for both of us.
Yeah, I think 3-4 months is ideal.
Yeah, okay, maybe a year's a bit long, but like, I'd have to know the ins and outs of the person first, like, before I got myself into any situation.
Yeah.
Because I just like to meet new people.
Yeah.
So like, especially with photography, you meet a lot of females as well. Yeah. And some could be cute, you know, my type, but like, you just have to kind of be careful because be breaking hearts or something, you know. Like, you'd be dating them for 3 months and then you find out, oh, actually, I don't like she's racist or something, you know, she get that or something.
I was going to say that when you said something about the advice for the talking stage, the dilemma.
Yeah.
There's one that comes to my head, and I'm not going to brand the person as racist because in case they hear this. But there was one guy that I was talking to for ages, and we were like getting on so well. Like seemed like we really liked each other or whatever, really, really interested, and then BLM thing happened, that whole movement, and I was really vocal about it on my stories. And like always talking about and sharing things, and then he was like hadn't mentioned it and hadn't posted anything himself, and hadn't like brought up to me in conversation, like always like everyone's like, oh, you're doing so well talking about it or whatever, like you spoke so well, and then he was just not really saying anything. And then one day he sent me a like 3-minute long voice note about how he doesn't believe in any of it. He thinks it's all brought upon people themselves. They bring it upon themselves. And then he brought women into it and was like, it's the same way women give out about the gender pay gap and all that doesn't exist, that they bring on themselves, all this kind of stuff. And I just stopped talking. That day was the last day I ever spoke to him. And it's like, that's something that like I probably wouldn't have known if I jumped into something with him.
That's my point.
And I was like, I'm so glad that like that conversation happened, because this person is like,
you'd be 6 months in the relationship
racist
and then
sexist, and our morals just would not correspond well. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. That's worrying for me. Like, 'cause people are very good at acting. Like, so you could go 6 months in a relationship and you find out this person actually kills dogs. For a living. You know, it's a bit extreme, but like, you get what I mean. People are bad out there, but did you see? I want to talk about this about the first time I wanted you on. Like 3 weeks ago, but do you see Aldi brought out free women's?
It's Lidl,
product.
I think.
Is it?
I think it's Lidl.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But that's sick. Like, what do you think?
So good. All like free tampons and stuff. I think it's a long time coming.
It was.
Yeah, like there's other countries in Europe that have been doing that for years.
And what do you think the other businesses will follow through as well?
Yeah, they probably all will copy now, but I think it should just be like a law in Ireland that all supermarkets should, like, there should not be.
They should definitely be free in schools and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think we used to get them at the start of the year sometimes. Really? Yeah, I don't know what. Well, I went to an all girls school, so I don't know if it was like a thing in every school. But like at the start of the year, you get like one packet for the year. Like it was just not true. Yeah.
What? No, definitely not. That's not worth it.
And I think it was more of like a promo pack thing that like Always or whatever brand like sent out to schools, like a starter pack kind of thing.
Everyone not different as well, like
exactly. Yeah.
So
you
like,
can't like there's no generic kind of
Damn.
Yeah.
Trying to look like they're doing something right. Like, looks good for the PR.
But no, it should definitely be like a law in Ireland, I think. That like all supermarkets just have to do it. Like I think it's great that Lidl paved the way, like and hopefully other places will follow through. But
you sure it's Lidl?
Yeah, I'm nearly sure it's Lidl, because Lidl brought out COVID tests as well. They're selling them, I think, tomorrow or something. And they were like €25 or something, rapid COVID tests. And I seen someone tweeting about like, oh, Lidl are doing the most now. They're free female hygiene product and COVID tests. Well, the COVID tests aren't free, but
it's a little
accessible. Yeah, I knew it.
I'll give you that one. Fair enough. What's called? You don't have to say. But I was wondering, do you have any like embarrassing period stories that shouldn't be embarrassing? You know.
I think this was like my second period I ever got, and I was with my dad.
Location.
We were on the way to the National History Museum or some museum anyway, big war one. You know the one that has its own Lewis stop?
Oh yeah, that one.
That
museum.
Dublin,
like.
Yeah. And I like would only go to my dad's at like Christmas time or like school holidays or whatever. So I don't even knew like I had my period yet or anything like that. It was never spoken about. And we were like sitting down on the train or whatever for ages, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm after getting my period, and how the fuck do I tell my dad? And we're going to a museum, like what the fuck am I going to do? So I text my mom, who's at home in Wexford, who hasn't spoken to my dad in like 10 years apart from like true solicitors and stuff, and I was like, what the fuck do I do? Like I'm after getting my period and we're about to go to this museum. And then my mum was like, I'll text your dad to tell him, because I didn't want to tell him myself. I was like, no way am I telling my dad. And like he was sitting across from me on the train, like, and I
thought you were driving.
No, we're on the train, and I saw him get the text from my mom, and his face just dropped, and he just looked at me and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay, like it'll be fine, and he just didn't know what to do. Like my mom was after sending him a big text being like, you need to get off the train, you need to go to Penny's, you need to buy her new jeans to change into, and then you need to go to the chemist or the shop or whatever and get pads or whatever. But he just like didn't even voice that to me. He was just like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And I just had to tie my jacket around my waist for the whole time that we were in the museum.
No way.
Yeah.
So you didn't go get jeans?
No. so clueless.
That's crazy.
Like. But now, obviously, I wouldn't think that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
and like, I probably would have went to like the reception desk. If I was now, like, I'd probably go to the reception desk in the museum or somewhere and be like, here, do you have like a dispenser or something that I can grab something, or is there a shop nearby or whatever? But at that age, you're like, I don't know what to do.
13, 12?
Yeah, like 13.
Damn.
Looking at all these fucking statues of like war memorial things. And I'm like, I don't feel great right now.
Oh my goodness, that low-key sounds traumatizing.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's the only embarrassing story I can think of, I think. Yeah, but I don't think like it should be as embarrassing to like talk about.
No. That's why I meant like it shouldn't be embarrassing.
Yeah,
like
I think it should be more spoken about, because I think everyone has like stories like that where like they get an unexpected period or they leak or something like that. It's such a common thing with friends, like when you're out to be like, check if I've like, and you walk in front of your friend and you're like, just do a little look and tell me am I okay. Like would you
ever kind of go a day without like maybe not knowing? Let's say the flow was light. Am I saying that right? Yeah, let's say the flow was light and like you have the stain in the back like and not know.
Not really. I don't know.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Like
yeah, I don't know really how to answer that.
Fair
I think it's probably different for everyone.
Yeah. No, I had a girl, like we weren't like seeing each other, but like you know we were
having a fun time.
Yeah, you know, just getting freaky back in the days. Anyway, yeah, but like she was sitting on the bed and there was like a blood stain on like my sheets or whatever, and she hadn't noticed. And in my head, like I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was like 19, but like there was so many like things going through my head. I was like, oh my god, do I tell her? I don't want to embarrass her. Yeah. Does she not know? I was like, oh my goodness.
And she's probably thinking the same.
And no, she didn't know what that said, because I just, when she got up, I flicked the bed sheet, because I didn't want her to make it awkward anyway. So I was like, and like I didn't know what to do. But anyway, she left. She left and went home, but I think she must have known then.
Yeah, when she got home, she probably realised.
No, I think she must have known. That's why she left.
Okay.
She left in a hurry. She went. Okay. And anyway, I like fixed the sheets and stuff like that, and she came back that night or whatever. But she was like, oh, I think my period came, because she was wearing a pad, but I think it must have just went to the side or something. She's like, I think my period came. I was like, really? I didn't even know. Like, just because I actually did not know what to do. But like, I feel like we should actually be taught, like, and trained, like,
to just talk about it and just say,
hey,
like,
you're young. But like, I changed the sheets anyway and did the bed, so she didn't know that she'd even like leaked on the bed. So that was grand then. But I think a few years, a couple of months down the line, I was like, I told her the story. I was like, I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do. She was like, you idiot. You should have told me. Like, I was like, I had to change the sheets. And she said, oh, I leaked on the bed. I was like, yeah, but like, it's grand. Like, it's fine. Yeah.
But, I think once the guy acts chill about it, it's fine. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be worried unless a boy was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Then I'd be like, oh shit, I feel bad. But if they're just like chill about it, I'm like, yeah, what the fuck, I bled on your bed. Sorry. Oops.
Yeah, I was just more worried that, because I thought she was like,
freaking out.
Yeah, like, but didn't want to say anything. So I was like, I'm freaking out. But then was there, she probably didn't even like, she was just chilled about it. She's like, I just have to get changed. But yeah, how do you take your photos on Instagram and stuff like
that? Tripod, ring light.
On your phone or
on my phone, Just
all on the phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
iPhone, that's it,
What if do you go out in public and take?
Sometimes, if I'm with my friends, I've never taken pictures myself, like brought a tripod out or anything like that outside. No.
Why?
I'm keep meaning to, but I just never
really
do.
Got the chance.
It's usually like I'm out with my friends at the weekends or whatever, and I'll just get one of the girls to get them when we're outside. Yeah. But now that I'm going to Spain, I'm going on my own, so I'm going to have to.
You're going on your own?
Yeah, I'm going to have to venture out and be brave to take my pictures outside.
I went to Portugal on my own.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good for a week.
Yeah.
Probably the best experience I had.
Yeah.
But I was in like a local area. You know, when you're even in Cavan, when you're in like a local like town, everyone knows that there's someone in the town. So everyone's just looking at me. I'm like,
who's the new guy?
Yeah, who's the new guy? Like, but like, I was planning on moving over there, but then my friend was saying something about London. Okay, so I was like, I'll probably go there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
that's good.
And what do you ever collab with anyone else, like any other influencers?
Not really, no. I feel like I should probably.
Definitely should. I feel like you just explode.
Grow
like,
more, yeah, definitely.
Because if people see that, oh, these two people, I like them, just work together.
I'm definitely open to it. Like, I've made so many friends through Instagram, like girls that like would create similar content to me and we'd chat about it and stuff. It's hard, I suppose, during lockdown to like actually like meet up with people that you've met online, but hopefully when more things start opening back up.
Fair.
Yeah.
Do you have any other kind of platforms, or do you have YouTube?
No. The only thing that stopped me with YouTube is the teaching kind of side of things, because I'm trying to like not keep my Instagram low key, but like not draw too much attention while I'm on placement. But once I finish, like I have another placement at the start of September, and then I'm kind of finished placement, and then it'll just be like when I actually want to go into a teaching job, which I'm going to probably put off for a couple of years. So once that's kind of over, I might start YouTube or something. I don't know, I'm just trying to like balance everything. It's hard with college. Like I feel like if I actually was finished college and just took a year of like focusing on social media, I would kind of delve into more platforms and like I would do so much better. It's just so hard to balance it when you're in college at the same time. The
influencer life isn't easy. Like social media, like it's not easy.
It's so time consuming.
Is,
everyone thinks it's so easy, like just throw up a few pictures, but it takes so much time.
But actually, it is.
Do
you ever get like any brands that are like shady to work with?
Not really shady. Not that I can really think of. I think like a lot of brands don't value influencers as much as they should, and a lot of brands expect a lot for unpaid work.
They do, yeah, true, actually. Like
especially smaller businesses, and I'm all for supporting smaller businesses, and I wouldn't expect a small like startup Irish business, a local business or whatever to pay the same as Pretty Little Thing or a big brand.
But give something like.
But and if you're only gifting it, if that's all you can do, you don't have a budget to actually pay for ads or whatever, then gift it and expect the equivalent in return, like a story or me chatting about it really quick, not a dedicated feed post and a reel and a talking story and swipe up links and this and that. Like I think some businesses expect you to do the most
plus it's
for
a gift.
Nothing for you to just send me something that costs maybe €10 or €20. Like it's just like that's not even minimum wage for the amount of hours work I'm going to put into taking photos in it or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like more influencers need to talk about like their rates and pricing and stuff. I feel like it's such a like unspoken thing. I suppose because it's so new. Like
it is, so it's a new niche.
It's a new territory for us on this side of it, and for the businesses and brands that are wanting to collab. But it's like they're all kind of new to it as well, and everyone's kind of just trying to wing it. But I do think it needs to be spoken more about, because the amount of time and effort, and it's just such valuable advertising and marketing for a brand, like
so
how much
organic,
exposure you can get from somebody sharing your thing. So I do think like some brands kind of take the piss with expecting a lot for nothing in return, but that's kind of all like, and I think the more established brands kind of know what they're doing.
Fair enough. I was gonna ask you something else, but it slipped my mind. I can't even remember. Oh, sorry. Yeah, would you ever want to actually collab sometime and shoot something together?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? Actually, your Instagram's so deceiving.
Why?
Because I thought you were like 6'1" on your Instagram, like dead ass. Like I was like,
no
this girl.
Way.
Yeah, you look tall.
I look really tall.
Yeah.
I'm average height. I wouldn't say I'm small.
You're above average, like. Yeah.
I'm 5'6", I think.
You're 5'6"?
Between 5'5" and 5'6".
Really?
Yeah. Why
are you wearing
taller?
Are you?
Well, I'm wearing chunky.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Because I was like, you're kind of near enough the same height as me, and I'm like 5'9", 5'8".
No, I'm definitely not that height.
Okay, it's probably the shoes then.
Yeah.
I was like, what? The same with my friend.
I can't believe I look real tall on Instagram.
You look
That's
really
mad.
tall. Like.
I thought you were going to say your Instagram real deceiving like a catfish.
No. She was like, oh, stop. No. You're, I was so shocked because I was like looking for you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and you're looking for a real tall person.
Yeah, honestly, like. Because I have a friend, her name's like Aya, and she's she's grown up in the influencer scene as well.
Yeah.
And she looks tall in her pictures as well.
Yeah.
And I saw her and she's like smaller than you as well.
Yeah, I suppose.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You never actually know until you see the person.
Yeah, it's so hard. Yeah. But do I look like my Instagram pictures?
You do. You do.
Just to clarify for everyone.
I actually look like this. But anyway, look, it was fun having you on.
Oh, thanks so much. I had fun too.
Thank you for coming on though, honestly.
No problem.
I'm actually very organised.
Okay,
I
believe you.
No, I believe you. No,
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, but anyway, do you want to plug yourself real quick?
I only have Instagram to plug really. Laura_H_X. Don't have my full name in it because of teaching.
Yeah.
I used to.
Is that why?
Yeah.
I was looking for your, because we do research, like we dig deep, like to look for.
And you couldn't find it.
Well, you couldn't.
Because
I couldn't.
took it off everything because obviously they know me as Miss Blank. So that's what they're going to search, and that's why I just took that off everything. I even made a new email address that didn't have my full surname in it, like everything. Yeah. But in like a year or two, I'll probably put it back in. Yeah. It's just for now. Well, it was because I'm literally on placement. Like
it's Laura H anyway.
Yeah.
I was
Laura_H_X on everything. Same on TikTok and everything like that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Just curiosity. You know the kids like they're probably like, oh my god, we've got a good looking teacher. Like, do you ever hear them or?
The last class I had with them, so I'm in a mixed school at the minute. Yeah. Last year I was in an all-girls school and you never really hear anything. Yeah. But this year I was in a mixed school and I had second years. And I had my last class with them last Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So we were kind of having like a farewell party for me or whatever. And one of the boys was like trying to make a rap for me. He wanted to perform a rap for me. And I could hear him and his friends writing down what they were like trying to put in the rap. And then one of them was like, Miss, you don't want to know what he just said about you. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to know. And then he was like, Miss, I just said you're pretty, that's all. Like before they go twisting it. And I was like, I don't actually want to know what was actually on the paper. And he never actually did the rap for me. He chickened out of it. So
fair enough, yeah. Because I know, like, we had a few good looking teachers. Yeah. And all the guys are like, wow. What
but the way I go into school is so different than the way you see me on Instagram. Yeah, like I'm so covered up and I literally wear like fuck all makeup and like try and teacherize myself.
But they know anyway, they'd be like, oh, like,
yeah, true.
Our teacher's cute, like that kind of thing. Anyway, I've even got to say this before we end the podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I've been your host, Kenny Ken. That's the Biscuit Podcast. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bada bing, bada boom. Hashtag I aim for the moon. Flashback, I zoom to the zoom and you're blocking the view. Can't see the elevation, can't see no innovation. Don't call me a fool. You see me on road, so they call me a goon, but